It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Our game here, a Thanksgiving staple in Dallas dating back to 1966. It was Tex Schramm, the Cowboys GM, who wanted to drum up a little publicity. And he drew 80,000 to the Cotton Bowl to see the Cowboys beat the Browns that year in '66. And a tradition was born and has only grown in love and passion over the years.
From the 30 on second down, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
A run for Debo here to start the drive.
And some room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to get this pat. And into Giant territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
On second down, here's Debo.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A On third down, it's Debo.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
The Cowboys at 6-4 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up second down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
They'll give it to Samuel.
And he's got some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
49 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
From the red zone now, Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now Prescott.
This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
The kick by Lambo is good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Well, these 2 teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Prescott off play action. That's Samuel, caught left side. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Another carry for the wide receiver, Samuel.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 18-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A handoff for Samuel.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Run of the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now Jones. Dancing to his left.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day, but you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's a third.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They'll begin by running here with Samuel.
Pushes him over.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. On 1st and 10, it's Samuel.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's going to be Samuel with a run.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Here's a give to Samuel.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 2nd and goal, Prescott.
Left side to Lamb.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
To throw is Prescott.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
On second down, Samuel. And some space here. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Samuel, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, flush to his right. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Jones. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Julian Love picks it, and some room to maneuver.
And the Giants are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And that is incomplete here.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 2nd down now, Samuel.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Up the middle they go. Samuel, a little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Samuel, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Off the play fake, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now Prescott.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Jones on 1st and 10.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To throw again on second down. Jones. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. He's at the 50. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout.